Hello, my beautiful viewers on my channel, James Higgins Open World. Well, what I thought I'd tell you about now, I thought you'd have a walk down memory lane with you to some of my trips away to Cornwall and Bristol, mainly about Bristol and Cornwall in the UK. Well, I went away one year, years ago, for a month. I went to Bristol. I stayed in Bristol Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's a beautiful city, Bristol. Truly a beautiful city, Bristol. It really is. Got a lot of time for Bristol. It's a beautiful city. A lot of history as well. Brunel and all the rest of it. Beautiful. Absolutely bloody beautiful. I went on the floating harbour. There used to be a really cool documentary about that. I can't find it anywhere. Building Wonders it was called, the floating harbour. You know, the TV series was called Building Wonders. The floating harbour and a few other things. I can't get it anywhere. Anybody knows where you can get it, let me know in the comments. Anyone watching from Bristol, did he know if it's in the Bristol tourist board or something? That's an amazing documentary, it is that. Can't get it anywhere, can't find it. I've seen it on the internet, but it's out of stock. Just can't get it. One of the best documentaries ever about Bristol and the floating harbour. Like I said, a lot of history there. Anyway, I went down for a month. I went to Bristol Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I left on Tuesday. In short, I'll just tell you a little bit about it. I went to the nightclubs. It's a fair few years ago now. Nightclubs. The Chicago bar was my favourite. That one I went in. And that me being on my own and in Bristol on a Saturday night in a nightclub. I left at 12 o'clock. It's a little tip for you. If you're on your own in the big city, right, when eventually all this virus stuff's over and everything, we're back to normal. If you're on your own in the big city, any big city in the UK or anywhere, right, and say that the nightclub's up to 2 in the morning, leave at 12 o'clock. Because they're all in the pub getting drunk, aren't they? So you're not going to get any bother, are you? You know what I mean? Go back to your hotel. That's what I did, right? I went there, went on the floating harbour, went up on where you could see the Clifton Suspension Bridge and all the rest of it. I've been to Bristol loads of times. Beautiful city, right? Then on Tuesday, I went to Newquay. Went down there till Saturday. Newquay, right? I mean, in Cornwall, to me, it's a bit like Blackpool, really. A bit like a posh Blackpool, really. No disrespect to Blackpool, because I love Blackpool, you know. But it's like, it's the surfing capital of the UK as well and all that. It's a great place to go. A lot of people from Manchester used to go down there on stag do's and all the rest, fly down and be my baby or Flybe or something, you know. A little plug for them two airlines there. Oh, you know, because we are going to get back to normal. Count on it. There's no two ways about it. You know, look, give it a couple of more years and we'll all be back to normal. I reckon, personally. Anyway, and then from there, went on the train. Here's a little story as well. Went on this train to, where was it? Parr, little station in Parr. Parr station, Parr train station. It's like the bloody Bermuda Triangle, that train station, you know. Got there at 12 o'clock, you know. Right? And I said to the guy, when's the next train to Newquay? Because it's an offshoot line, you know. And he said, it's not until 5 o'clock. This was 12 o'clock, I think. 5 o'clock, I said. You know, I said with the greatest, he said, always treat people with respect. That's what I say, you know. 5 o'clock, I'll come. Well, we're still on the winter timetable. It was sort of like May-ish coming up to June type. Still on the winter timetable, he said. So I had to get a taxi. Ka-ching! I had to fork out for a taxi to Newquay, you know. Well, it wasn't Newquay, actually. It was that particular trip. It was that place. Let me think of it. 1 second. I have to pause it. Can't remember what. It was this little village, a B&B, outside New Crantock. That's it. Stayed in Crantock. Yeah, it's outside Newquay. Just a little village with a church and stuff. Stayed in this B&B. He had his own little, I don't know what you call it, a little bar he'd done, you know. And it was nice, nice. Anyway, I got there, put my stuff. The next day, I was going to the Eden Project. If you don't know what the Eden Project is, it's a big dome thing built in a clay quarry in Cornwall. World famous. Google it, the Eden Project. Anyway, I was talking to this woman in the bar. She'd retired. She used to be a matron, you know. If you don't know what matrons are, Google it. She was like Hattie Jacques off the Carry On films, you know. Beautiful woman, beautiful lady, absolutely beautiful lady, you know. I was talking to her, and I can't remember if it was me or her, said they were going Eden Project. Anyway, I said, I'll come with you if you want, we'll make it, and rather keep your company, because she was on her own, you know. And me being on the heart of gold like I've got, you know what I mean? Don't cost anything to be nice, you know. Doesn't, I'm telling you, it cost a penny. That's how you brought up. I was brought up with a heart of gold, and that's me. Anyway, so we went. What happened was, the owner of the B&B said to us, both of us, to tell you what I'll do. He said, I'll take you into Newquay, and you can get the coaching up from there. Top man, he took us in, didn't charge us anything. We had to make our way back, like, you know. So I spent the day with this matron, looked like Hattie Jacques from the Carry On films. Great, she was a beautiful lady. She retired, you know. Beautiful lady. Anyway, Eden Project's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Google it or YouTube it. It's beautiful. Absolutely bloody beautiful, that place. You know, been a few times, you know. Anyway, yeah, that was the first time I went, though, you know. Anyway, we spent the day there. Got back to Newquay. Came back to the thing. I think the next day I went to the beach. Never forget it. I said to her, it was only a little, you can picture it, it's one of these little, beautiful little church, you know, village, a little tiny village, beautiful. I said to him, so where's the beach? I said to the guy, if I remember rightly, you know, on the B&B. Just go down that road, he says. Went on that road, that winding road, you know. Got to the bottom of the road, little car park. Then it was this mound, and I mean massive mound of sand dunes, you know. So I asked another person, where's the beach? It said, over there in sand dunes, just go over there, it's there. So go over the sand dunes, you know. You can imagine it, can't you? You know what sand dunes look like, beautiful. Cornwall's beautiful. You know, it's a 10 out of 10 county, Cornwall. Go over there, massive beach. One of these beaches that, you know, I used to fly power kites, and used to have 5 power kites that pull you along. Bloody brilliant it was. One of them that you can have your buggy in it, power kiting along the beach, you know. Some people will be having them on surfboards, jumping up in the air. I've seen them jumping over. These people who do it with surfboards. I've seen them jumping over piers with it, with these power kites. I'm not joking. Go on YouTube, you'll see it yourself. Straight over a bloody pier. Ooh, dangerous as hell, like, you know what I mean? But, yeah. So I went there, and the following Saturday I went down to my friend. I can't remember if I went Pauline's first or St Ives Bay Holiday Park, which is in Hayling, Cornwall. It's on the road to Truro. You go past the Lidl, up you got this big hill, and it's up there. Beautiful place, St Ives Bay Holiday Park. There's a review on my channel of it, on this channel of it. You have to Google down to did it years ago, but it's on there. There's near enough 1,000 videos on there now. So if you check down, you'll see it's had loads of views. That reviewer did. Anyway, it's on there. I'll tell you all about it. Brilliant campsite. Not campsite. Yeah, campsite. All sorts of stuff. 2 bars, free entertainment at night. The view from there is amazing. It's St Ives Bay, it's called. Look round, and you can see in the corner, left-hand corner, you can see St Ives. I called it the Bay of Angels myself. Bloody beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Couldn't speak too highly of it, yeah. So I stayed there for a week. I stayed in caravan chalets and everything. I've been loads of times to that place. And then I went to my friends, her name's Pauline. and she runs the Mad Hatter Tea Room and B&B in Hale in Cornwall. She's a beautiful lady, absolutely beautiful lady. One of the best B&Bs in Cornwall, that is, I'm telling you, no word of a lie. And her cream teas are like that. I mean, her cream teas are 10 out of 10. So massive thumbs up to Pauline at the Mad Hatter Tea Room in Hale. You can't miss it, you know. Oh, like that. I'll leave a link in the comments I'll put it in the comments to Pauline and just Google it and you can have a look at that. Oh, amazing. So I stayed there. I stayed in some B&Bs as well. I stayed in one. Wait to hear this story. Right, just watching the time. I might have to do this in parts. So I stayed there, and then I had to do my own washing up and that, you know. I was there a month, you know, on my top, like, you know what I mean. This was years and years ago, and I mean years ago now. And beautiful, bloody beautiful. Yeah. I went in one B&B in just outside Penzance. And what happened was I came back at night. Wait to hear this. This is a true story. I came back at night. You know, I thought I'd have a curry. You know, I thought I took it up to my bedroom. You know, there's 2 single beds in this room I was staying in. You know, and I got some of the curry on the sheet on one of the sheets. You know, there's 2 beds, 2 single beds. So I got the room. Must have been the only room he had. And anyway, so me being as honest as I am, because honest is a day as long as me, I told the owner, you know, 70 bloody quid he charged me. 70 quid. For you know, 70 quid I got charged for that. My own stupid fault though. I should have just set the bloody meal outside the B&B. Sitting on a wall or something, you know what I mean? Or sitting outside that particular B&B, you know, was the sea, you know, there. A road. I'm painting a picture here for you. Doing a bit of Billy Connolly here for you. See what I'm doing, eh? Hey? You had the road, main road going up there, and then the sea, you know. There's always this bloody boat out there as well. Well, and you can see St. Michael's Mount. Beautiful, that is. Been on there, you know. And, yeah. There as well. And 70 quid though. 70 bloody quid I got done for that. Yeah. It was lucky I had enough money in my account, you know what I mean? Because I'd been saving for bloody ages for that trip. Ages, and I mean ages, you know. So I had enough. So, what have you? Yeah. What else happened on that trip? I can do about another 2 minutes, and then I'll have to do it in parts. I'll have to do part 2. Maybe tomorrow night. But this is part 1 then. Let's have this as part 1. The Cornwall and Bristol trip. This is part 1. What else happened on that trip? I'll just pause it and I'll think. Just 1 second. I'm pretty sure it was that trip because I've been like 20 times as well. I'll tell you in part 2 a bit more when I first went, but this is part 1. So I'm pretty sure it was that particular trip as well where I stayed at the Land's End Hotel. It was a little treat. It was only 1 night, you know. I had a bit of bad luck that trip, to be honest with you, twice. Say things come in threes, right? I booked into, just for the night it was, you know, staying at Pauline's, and so I said, I think I'd actually still paid for the room at Pauline's as well, so I could leave my stuff there, you know what I mean? Just take enough stuff to stay at the Land's End Hotel. It's just a little treat, you know what I mean? So now I'll never forget that as well. There was this woman there, you know, who got talking. She was nice. Her and her family, you know, she was very nice. But you know what? You're right. They had this massive conservative bit at the Land's End Hotel, right? And I was in there. I was having a drink in the bar. The bar opened, if I remember rightly, at the Land's End Hotel until the customers go to bed. So this was about 10 at night, you know. And it was a blanket of fog. It reminded me of that film, The Fog. You know what I mean? You kept expecting bloody, like, demonic creatures at the bloody window, you know what I mean? Like, you know. Well, it's like the bloody film, The Fog was. Great, but bloody like the fog, you know. Oh, I'll tell you, you know. You know what I mean, poor lad? Hey? Oh, yeah. So stayed there, right? Next day, right? No. Rewind slightly. Yeah, that was it. I booked in, right? Booked into the Land's End Hotel. But I needed to go back to Penzance for some reason. I can't remember what it was, you know. But anyway, so I came back, right? The bloody bus broke down on the way back. Honestly, the way back to Land's End. Bloody bus broke down. We were sitting on this council estate waiting for a bloody another bus. We were. All of us. The bloody bus broke down. Massive bloody hill like that. And there's no words lights like that, this hill. It takes you up to from Penzance. You know. Massive bloody hill like that. You can just imagine it in winter, can't you? Some poor little old deer with the bloody bags digging into her skin. Drenched. Some old 80-odd-year-old walking up the bloody hill. You know what I mean? You can imagine it, can't you? Digging into her hands. Bloody awful. That must be terrible, people who are up that hill, you know. Especially if you've got no car or anything, you know. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah. Got there eventually. But you see, when you booked into the Land's End Hotel, right, all the attractions, you can go on them for free. So I managed... Sorry about that. Sorry about that. So I managed to get back so I could go on the different stuff at the Land's End Hotel. Yeah. For free, which was great, you know what I mean? So, and the bedroom was beautiful. Yeah, it was, you know. Oh, beautiful. Land's End is just gorgeous. 28 miles off Land's End, you see the Isles of Scilly. On a very, very clear day, you can just make out the Isles of Scilly. You know what I mean? And there's a legend as well. Sorry, I'm raising my voice here. There's a legend as well that you can hear the bells sometimes of the sunken Lyonesse, a legendary land that's supposed to be underwater off Land's End. You can hear the bells at the church bells. I never heard any church bells, but it's a local legend. Lyonesse. Google it. I think they've even done a poem about it. Anyway, it's been on for 17 minutes now. So tune in tomorrow or the next day for part 2 of my adventures over the years in Cornwall and my trip to Bristol. So thank you very much for watching. Big thumbs up to all my subscribers. Get in there. Watch out for part 2.